Alright, welcome back guys. Sri Lankan Sammi, retired with mom and dad. Welcome to the show. We're here with mom.
Hi.
Mom says hi. We're here with Superstar Desmond, heading to the bank. It is Saturday. What? Oh my gosh, it is so hot.
Hot.
Oh my gosh, it's so hot. Couldn't sleep last night. The reason I wanted to get in the car and go out with mom is just so I could get some air conditioning.
You put the AC
I don't want to use the aircon in the house. It's just so ridiculously expensive, and I don't know how it's going to affect the solar power system.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Bank.
Bank. All right. So we're going to head over to the bank today, and we are going to get me a credit card. Yay! So, Mom, why should we get a credit card in Sri Lanka? You were telling me earlier.
It's very good because there are promotions on these some of these credit cards where you can get 20% off, 30% off in your stays in hotels, meals like restaurants. So that's the only good reason to have one that is from Sri Lanka.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you can have your international card, which is always good.
Yeah. So, credit card. You have credit cards with how many banks here in Sri Lanka?
Just two.
Which ones?
Sampat and commercial.
Commercial. So I'll have one with commercial. So there's really no reason for me to get a card for these kinds of discounts because mom has the card. The reason I want one, and I have to get a secured credit card because I cannot get credit.
Even me.
And it was I understand. I mean, we have a lot of money in the bank, and we are a low credit risk. But I do want to build a credit score. Number one. But number two, the bank explained it to me, and it makes sense. It makes sense. Sri Lanka has a very high default rate. So what the credit card companies here have done, just blanket, nobody gets one. Okay? Nobody gets a credit card unless you secure it. So that's the situation here because he gave me a number, I can't remember, but it was a ridiculous number. It was a ridiculous number. So, the high default rate in this country and the financial situation prevents people. Do you have a credit card?
Calling people then no.
Okay. Have you applied? Did you apply for a credit card?
No, Sam, he had a credit card and it was, I suppose, cancelled because of default.
So it's not easy to have a credit card in this country, right, Mom?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And especially for us who do not have income within the country.
Yeah. If you have a guaranteed income, obviously, like my cousins have credit cards, right? They have credit cards because they have jobs. They have good jobs and everything like that, and they have careers. So, I mean, it's not like you can't get a credit card. It's just it's very difficult. Even for someone like my mom and I who have funds, we have to use the secured feature to get a credit card. But I mean, it's not a big deal. I'm not using that money. So, and like I said before, it's just for credit score purposes and just to have. It's a nice to have, not a need to have, right, Mom? Yeah. So we're heading over there today, and then we're gonna do a little shopping. Mom, this is very strange for me, Mom. Dad's credit card was canceled because of attempted fraudulent activity.
Yeah, Amazon,
his Canadian credit card.
Yeah.
His MasterCard. Someone was trying to use it to buy Amazon in what country?
In Canada.
In Canada. So I don't know how they got his credit card number because he's never used it in Canada in the last 10 years. They must have got it off of online. Yeah. So somehow his card number was leaked online, and someone managed to break the password and buy some Amazon stuff, and that was found as a fraudulent transaction, and the credit card company canceled the card, and they sent mom a card. They sent dad a card, and it came in 3 days by UPS from Canada. That's incredible, Mom.
They do even Visa.
Yeah, but you see, the thing is that in Korea, my card will not send it overseas. Even my debit card. That's why I send it to Jasmine, right? Her address is the address I use on my bank and my credit card. So she has said, yeah, you send anything financial to my house, I'll send it to you. So
Visa, they sent my card. I tell them once my Visa card was compromised, they cancelled it, and within 4 days I got a card.
That's
I told them
impressive.
because they can see from the statement
Yeah.
how we use the
Yeah,
card,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
So they immediately send you a card.
For I guess in Korea it's different. For security purposes, they won't send international. That's a problem that they've had. Anyway, we're gonna go to the bank. We're gonna check that out. We'll see you all on the other side.
Well,
Yeah.
I said.
Sorry?
Maybe the account is, maybe the card is not connected to the account.
Yeah, so we got to figure it out. So we just
tomorrow
yeah.
on Monday I'll come and
So,
figure it out.
guys, we just came from the bank. The bank was closed. I thought it was going to be open. Some branches are open till 12 o'clock noon. This is not one of them. So I have to come back during the week to hand in my credit card application. So Mom was trying to use. Mom, you said you're trying to use what?
My local debit card.
Okay, for the bank, and you were trying to withdraw funds from your
account,
from
which
your
I have.
Sri Lankan rupee account,
Yes.
which there's money in that account,
Yes.
and the bet machine wouldn't let you. But you, what did you end up doing? Withdrawing money from your
From my
Canadian account.
Canadian account.
So all that rigmarole for nothing. But anyways, you have to come back to figure out, you know, so many cards, so many accounts, figure out which is the easiest way to get your money. So we have to come back on Monday. So now we're gonna go. Did you set up Dad's card?
No, that's the last.
That's the last thing. So
When we go to Keys and shop.
Yeah.
And then I pay.
with that, okay.
Yeah. Or may glow mark එක ලේසිද ළඟද නැත්නම් Keys එකට ආපහු එන්නද?
මොකද්ද?
Glow mark යනවා.
මේ shopping.
Yeah.
දැක්කම එකයි.
නම් glow mark එකටම ගිහිල්ලා එතනින් බඩු ටික අරන් මෙතනින් මේවා ටිකක් ගමු.
එළවලු?
එළවලු ගන්න ඕනේ මෙතනින්.
So we're gonna go. I gave you 5,000 for what? What did you buy?
Me?
No, I gave him 5,000.
Yeah. මැඩම්ට 4,000 දුන්නානේ මම. 4,000 දුන්නා මැඩම්ට.
Oh.
ඒක දහන සර් ආන්නේ 5,000 දුන්නේ ඇයි කියලා අහන්න.
For it's about 600 to get that shaving. And
Ah,
all these things.
okay.
So he gave me the balance.
Ah, okay.
I didn't know.
We have people giving you money and you don't know what's going on.
When they give me money, I take it.
That's hilarious. My mom is like getting money and she doesn't know where it's coming from. She just takes it and shuts up.
No, I'm so used to give this
Yeah.
guy money,
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
he gives me the balance.
yeah.
I don't bother.
You don't bother remembering what you did?
I mean, I trust Desmond 100%.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Yeah, I know.
I'm saying you're not. You just. The funny thing is, you're just not keeping track. It's just like, well, okay.
No, when I go home, I will count and then see. Hey, I have more. Maybe I took more. I don't know.
මේ කරලා තියෙන්නේ.
So
But
to activate Dad's credit card to make sure that it's working properly, we're gonna go to the store right now and buy something. And just watching the fools driving here. We're gonna do that and then we're gonna head home. We'll see you guys on the other side. Hey guys, welcome back. Welcome back Wednesday. It is Wednesday. It is election day in Korea, so today is a day off. I have one class in the morning and one class at night. So I have the whole day off. So today I slept all day, cleaned my room, and now I'm headed to the bank. It is, what time is it? It's 1:30. So it's after lunch. So usually after lunch, things are kind of slow in the bank. We're going today to get myself a credit card. How do you get a credit card in Sri Lanka? That's what we're going to talk about today. See you all on the other side. All right, welcome back. So I'm here with Superstar Desmond. We're just heading to my local branch where I have my account. My mom got me the paperwork that I needed to fill out. So as I've discussed before, you need secured, I need a secured credit card because I can't get a credit card here in Sri Lanka. Number one, I'm older, I'm over 55. Number two, I don't have a credit score. Number three, I don't have a job. I don't have guaranteed income that is verifiable. Although, you know, I have income coming in, the credit risk in this country is quite high. I've talked about that before. So I have filled out the documents. I'm going to go to the bank now and get that taken care of. I don't know what the process is once I get there. So we'll see what that is, and I'll get back to you guys about it. Tomorrow is the end of Ramadan. Today is the end of Ramadan. So Desmond was saying it is crowded in the city. Tonight is going to be a huge party for the Muslims because they will be breaking their fast and for the last time. And then it is Sri Lankan New Year on Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Sri Lankan and Tamil New Year. Sinhala and Tamil New Year. Sorry, Sinhala and Tamil New Year. Also the start of Songkran in Thailand. And I think there's a celebration in Philippines. I can't remember. But that is what is going on. And it is hot today, let me tell you. The last 5 days, or the last few days, the sun has been directly over Sri Lanka. We're about 300 kilometers north of the equator, and the sun moves, you know, the earth wobbles on its rotation and on its travel around the sun, and that wobble has moved the path of the sun to the southern part of Sri Lanka, directly over the southern part of Sri Lanka. So we had the solar eclipse, big solar eclipse in the United States a couple days ago. Also my friend in Korea, she's actually an astronaut, and it was her 16th anniversary of her launch into space and 10 days at the International Space Station. Lee Soo-yeon, I was introduced to her about 14 years ago. And I'm proud to actually know a human being who has done something that I will probably never ever do, or even have the chance to do. What is this person doing? Driving on the opposite side of the road. So she was able to do something that I will never ever be able to do. So I'm very proud of that I know this person and I got to meet them, because you know, how many astronauts do you actually get to meet? There's only been 600 human beings who've been to outer space. And she was the first Korean and the first Korean female to do it. Really nice woman. I'm glad to be friends with her. Anyway, we will see you guys after I go through the process. I'll be walking home and I'll talk to you guys then. Hey guys, so that was not 100% successful. Bureaucracy, red tape, process. I thought I knew what I had to do, but it turns out I didn't. So I didn't get it. This time I have another hoop I have to jump through to complete the process. So here's the rundown. So let me tell you what happened so far. So, by the way, it is technically Friday today, even though it's Wednesday. That's why it's so crazy busy. And I want to thank everybody who's, all my new subscribers from Sri Lanka. I'm looking at the analytics and I really appreciate you guys clicking like and subscribing to the channel. Thank you so much. Lots of love to you guys. Thank you for joining. If you're looking to support the channel, please watch a commercial. That will really help the channel without having you having to do anything. Watch a commercial all the way through. Watch 2 commercials. Click on the commercial and that will help me gain some advertising revenue to help the channel grow. Thank you. So, like I said, I was trying to get a credit card as a senior, as someone who doesn't have a job here in Sri Lanka. I cannot get a credit card. The credit system here is very strict because of the high default rate, which is like 60%. So they're very strict. So I can only get a secured credit card. Now I thought because I have a lot of money in my bank account and I have a secure term deposit, that I could get a credit card against that. And they said no. I have to open because I earn money. Jesus Christ. Because I earn money outside of Sri Lanka, they said I have to open a foreign account. So a foreign dollar account or some kind of foreign currency account. So I have to open a foreign currency account, and that has to be a secured revolving savings account. So basically what that means is, what that means is that when it expires, it resets so that it's ongoing. Now the problem with those is that they are low interest rate. They're not the best interest rate. So that was my only concern. But it's only 1,000 US. It's not a huge amount of money. So I'm not overly concerned with it. Like I told the guy, I'm LiQWYD. I didn't bring my Korean phone with me, so I can't transfer the money today. So that's why I couldn't get it today. Otherwise, if I had brought my Korean phone with me, I could have transferred $1,000. Would it have? No, it wouldn't have transferred. It takes a few days to transfer because all my money in Sri Lanka is in recently that I brought, I put into a fixed deposit. So, I understand their process. I understand their work. It's just the bureaucracy and the red tape is just a pain in the butt. It should be, in my opinion, individual, but he mentioned the fact that it was the central bank requirement, not his bank. But yeah, whatever. All right, let's cross the street here. It's gonna be hell in a handbasket because I don't like walking on this street. So let's cross here. And let's cross here. There we go. Grapes are in season here. There's lots of grapes around. Anyway, let's rewind back. I have to now transfer $1,000 US to my Sri Lankan US dollar account. So I have to buy US dollars in Korea, which right now the rate is awful. Awful. It is so bad. The Korean won is 1,350 won to $1 US. So, 1,000 won is where you want it to be. That's 1 to 1. 1,000 won to $1 would be equivalent. But, I was buying US dollars at 1,200 just 6 months ago. And now it's 1,350 won to $1 US. Now, that's not a big deal when I'm only buying 1,000 US dollars. It's not that big of a deal. It's probably, I can't do math in my head. I'll put it up here, how much I'm losing between 6 months ago and today. I'll put it up here for you. but it just, you know, it burns me. Interest rates are going to come back down by Christmas. Not interest rates, sorry. Exchange rates are going to come back in line by December, when the US government cuts interest rates. That's the problem. The US is not cutting interest rates, and it's causing problems globally. Now, that's a good thing when I go to buy Thai baht. When I go to buy Thai baht, that has depreciated quite a bit over the last 6 months. So that's a benefit for me. And even the Sri Lankan rupee is down, or not is not down, is gaining against the US dollar. It used to be 340, 350. It's now 299, 298. Really bad exchange for me. The issue is buying Sri Lankan rupees. Now the other thing is, oh, it is so hot. The other thing is that I need to buy US dollars to take on my trip. Now, there's two ways I can do it. I have to transfer money to Sri Lanka, to my Sri Lankan US dollar account, and then the bank will buy US dollars and give to me, which I can take to Thailand and then exchange to Thai baht. And then I bring them back, whatever's left over, as US dollars, and then convert back into, or redeposit into my US dollar account. But, you know, that's so much trouble. I'm thinking that what I would do, and I gotta ask my friends in Thailand about this, is just go to an ATM and withdraw from my US dollar account in Korea, Thai baht from an ATM. Because I'm only staying a week and I don't need that much. I probably only need about 500 to 1,000 US dollars, which I can just withdraw from an ATM as Thai baht. I gotta figure out which would be the easiest. I don't really care about the fees or the rate. I'm more about the convenience, because the last trip that I took, oh my gosh, it's just so inconvenient doing all of that work. But it was much more money that we're talking about. Wow, traffic is a lot today. It's like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So I'm glad I sent Desmond back home, because that took about an hour. I had to wait, and then I had to go upstairs. So that was that is the bureaucracy of Sri Lanka, or probably any country. You know, they're all the bureaucracy and red tape and policies. My gosh, it's the one thing that I loved about Korea. It was so simple and easy. Everything was done right away. There was no, and there is a little bit of red tape, but it's not as bad as Western countries or South Asian countries. South Asian countries are notorious for their bloated bureaucracy that keeps the government functioning with employees. So anyway, that's it for today, guys. Thanks again for watching. If you like the content, let me know. Tell me what you think. Is this information helpful? I'm gonna follow up with this story. It's not over. This story is not over. This will be part 1. Part 2 will be coming out in a week or so, when because it takes 24, 48 hours for the money to transfer. And because it is a holiday in Sri Lanka, the bank here will not receive it or credit my account. till Monday or till Tuesday. And today is Wednesday. So it's going to be about a week. So I'm just going to wait until next week or the end of the month, because then I also have to figure out a day where I'm free and I can spend 2 or 3 hours going to the bank to complete this process. So part 2 will be coming out in about 2 weeks. Thanks again, guys, for joining, liking, sharing, commenting. Appreciate it. Click the link down below. Buy me a coconut. If you guys want to support the channel, buy me a coconut. We have some charities coming up in the next month. I want to wish everyone a Happy New Year. Sinhala and Tamil New Year this week. And to our Muslim friends, happy end of Ramadan. We'll see you all on the other side.